This is practice exercise 5.2. This does not have the same information in the same place on every sheet, and this is actually more common in the business world. The first sheet is summary and includes all the items: apples, cherries, grapes, peaches, and pears in alphabetical order. This one has 5 items and the heading is in A1. The titles are in row 3 and totals are in row 10. In sheet 1 and all the other sheets, they have 4 items, but the title's always in A1, the heading's always in row 3, and the totals are always in row 10. Don't change where the totals are, don't change where the items are located. This is very common where a company would not have the exact same thing in the exact same place on every sheet. So on sheet 1, you have 4 items. Sheet 2, you have a different 4 items. Sheet 3, different 4 items. And sheet 4, different 4 items. So first thing we're going to do is group all the sheets. Click on the first sheet, shift click on the last sheet. Actually, it doesn't matter whether you click on the first sheet or the last sheet. First, if I click on the last sheet and shift click on the first sheet, then I can see all the data. Whereas if I clicked on the first sheet and then shift clicked on the last sheet, I do not see any values. So depending on what you want to look at, whichever sheet you click on first, that one's going to be on top of the stack. So my sheets are all grouped. It says group in the title bar, and I skipped a step, but I'm going to merge and center A1. Then bold row 3 and center row 3, and type your name where it says your name. Actually type your name in A12, and then select all. And again, I have selected sheet 5 first, so then I do not see any values. If I clicked on sheet 4 first, I would have seen all the values. And then click on commas, no decimals. And the directions, I said to do this in a different order. So now I'm going to change the sheet names. So now my sheet names are summary, north, south, east, and west. Now to do the math, what you need to see is that I have apples in A4 on the summary sheet. North has apples in row 4. South has apples in row 5. Again, don't change the order. East has apples in row 7. And west has apples in row 4. So we'll just go through how to do the math on this. Basically, the math in multiple sheets in a different order is you do the exact same thing as we did in 5.1, only you can't use equal sum. You have to do equals sheet name address plus sheet name address plus sheet name address. So on the summary sheet, I click on quarter 1 apples, start my formula with an equals, click on north, click on apples for quarter 1, plus, click on south, click on apples in quarter 1, which is in a different location, plus, east, apples, plus, west, apples, and hit enter. And in my formula bar, it has the sheet name, so it's equals north, exclamation point, that separates your sheet name from your cell address, B4 plus south, exclamation point, B5 plus east, B7 plus west, B4. So it uses the sheet name and the cell address where your apples are located. So click on cherries in the summary sheet, equals, click on north, cherries plus south, no cherries. So then what you do is just click on the next sheet, east, click on cherries plus west, cherries, and hit enter. So now my formula is equals north B6 plus east B6 plus west B6. Because I didn't click on a cell address in south, it doesn't even show up in the formula. And all my formulas will be the same for quarter 2, 3, and 4 as they are in quarter 1, so I'm just going to create the formulas for quarter 1. Click on grapes on summary. Formula starts with equals, north, grapes, plus, south, grapes, plus, east, no grapes. Don't click on any cell address, so it shows up here, but if I don't click on a cell address, it doesn't pick it up. West, grapes, enter. So the formula is equals north B7 plus south B6 plus west B6. Peaches, starts with an equals, north peaches plus south peaches plus east peaches plus west peaches, and enter. So the formula is north B5 plus south B4 plus east B6 plus west B7. Make sure you have the right cell address and make sure you have the right sheet, because it's going to pick up whatever is in that sheet and that cell address. So double check that your formula is correct. Pairs. So pairs starts with an equals. Click on north. There's no pairs. Click on south. Pairs plus east. Pairs plus west. There is no pairs, so you can't end a formula with plus and a sheet name. So what you need to do is just click in the formula bar and backspace over plus and west. So a formula cannot end with an operator being plus, minus, times, or divide, and it cannot contain just a worksheet name. It has to be a worksheet name and a cell address. Hit enter. So my formula for pairs is south B7 plus east B4. So common formula errors, especially in multiple sheets, is listed on page 16 and 17. So a common error would be a sheet name without an address. Every sheet name has to have an address. Or ending with an operator, plus, minus, times, divide. So again, always double check your formulas to make sure it's sheet name, address, plus, and that would be plus, minus, times, divide, in this case plus, sheet name, address, plus sheet name, address. If you get an error message, check for the kinds of errors on page 16 and 17. Now, since I have all my formulas in quarter 1, I'm going to select all the formulas in quarter 1. Again, use that wide cross to select cells. Get in the bottom right hand corner, and then you have the skinny cross, and then drag that over to quarter 4. So now I have the same formula for apples for every sheet. Now that I have all the totals in the summary sheet, I want to have totals in column F and row 10 for all the sheets. So instead of doing totals separately, I select all the sheets. So I click on summary, shift click on west, select all my cells, including where my totals are going to be, which is the year-to-date column in the total row. And because I have all the sheets selected and all the sheets have year-to-date in column F and total in row 10, this will work. And hit AutoSum. And now if I go to each sheet, I see I have my formatting that I did at the beginning, my merge and center in A1, my bold and center in row 3, my name in row 12. And I have my totals in column F and row 10 on every sheet. And I'm going to reselect all my sheets. So if I want to turn on print grid lines, again, group all your sheets, do what you need to do for all the sheets, and then ungroup them. So turn on print grid lines, go to page layout, turn on print grid lines. I think it's already turned on. And insert a footer. Sheet name in the middle, and since these all have separate sheet names, this will show up with summary, north, south, east, and west. File name on the right. This you do the same way you've done it on all the assignments so far. Click anywhere in the worksheet. Click on normal view. Control home. And if I were to print this with all the sheets still selected, then I would see summary sheet 1, then north, then south, then east, then west. So instead of printing each sheet separately, you just group them all, do the formatting for all of them, and then print them all at the same time. And then if you were going to print formulas for the face-to-face class, you would have them all selected, do Control tilde, all your formulas are selected, select all, resize to fit, and then I can see the formulas again for all the selected sheets. And you select them all and print that again. And that's what you need to know for multiple sheets, varying data. Thanks.